So today we're going to be showing you how to seal a driveway or some steel concrete. First, we have to power wash it. So this concrete is our business concrete, so it really gets kind of tore up with stuff on it, you know, like stains and whatever. We pour countertops, so what you want to do is you want to power wash your driveway. You don't want to get too close to the concrete because you'll start taking some of the cement off. You just want to get it as, just do the best you can when you power wash. You're not going to get all the stains out. It's not going to happen. If you want to get it faster, take your blower. And the good thing with this sealer is you don't have, it does not have to be totally dry. It can be damp and still be just fine because it's penetrating sealer. So what you don't want is puddles of water like that. See the shinies? You don't want that. But you see how that last slab down there is starting to dry on its own? And it's got that matte finish. You could actually seal that. So, Evan, why don't you fire up that blower and blow this off? We already have a jug of sealer that I've already made up. So I used this sealer probably 2 weeks ago. It doesn't go bad in that inside of this. You don't spray it yet. It doesn't go bad inside of these sprayers. So like if you're going to do this, your driveway or whatever, or your sidewalk or whatever you're going to do, and you have some in your, some left, leave it because it's not going to go bad. Okay. So the only thing it'll do is these tips will clog. So you would want to maybe clean the tip, whatever. So I'm going to go through on, I'm going to go through and kind of show you how to mix it. So, which it's, all you do is follow the directions on the back of the container. So, what I'm going to show you here is this is what we have here. We use this seal green penetrating sealer, okay? And all the directions are on the side right there. So this jug right here will do 2,200 square feet. We mix it with water. And so this will make 10 gallons of water, 10 gallons of sealer, which is good for 2,200 square feet. We already mixed it, so I'm not going to go through that process. So if you just follow the directions on the jug, pretty simple. So if your slab is already stained with leaves and whatever, there's no miracle for that. It's just going to be there. This is more for these, say like these pops and pits you see here in the driveway. These pits and pops we drive our Bobcats on here and load pallets and spin. So if you have people that are going to spin with skid steers on your driveway, it's going to do that. So that there's no sealer made or any other type of anything that can prevent that. It's just not gonna. So we're going to do a display here, a lesson, if you will, of how to seal your driveway. Like I said, we've already done the power washing and that's in time lapse. It's self-explanatory. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little show and tell, I guess, and then that way you can do your own. It's pretty simple. So what you're going to need, if you're a husband and wife duo, You're gonna need somebody with a cardboard or a old sign works like that. And what you're gonna do there is you're gonna protect the house or protect the slab next to it that you've already done, because once you put this sealer down, it activates fast. So you don't have enough time to go back over, and if you go back over it, it's not gonna soak in, it's gonna sit on top, which that'll turn white. So you don't want that to happen. So what you wanna do is you wanna just get going and go. And if you're gonna have an area where you think you might run out of sealer before you get done, then what you do is you stop at a joint like this. And then Evan, come over here and show them how you would put the sign in the joint. You just put the sign in there like that, and then you spray. Okay? And then that keeps that sealer from getting on the slab you've already done, or the house, or I would say lawn, but this stuff actually is okay to put on the lawn. It's not harmful to pets, and it's not harmful to bushes, grass. So you're good. If you get it on something, it's not going to be the end of the world. If you get it on your house on accident, it's not the end of the world. It's not really going to it's not going to do anything. It does some things to some metals, like say if your garage door's exposed with like the track or something, but the paint usually can wash right off later. But it's best to protect it, because you never know, right? So what you do is you just go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or any big box store, and you get you a sprayer like this. So Connor, pump that sprayer up. And what our next step is going to be trying to find a good fan. So what a fan is, and we don't want to spray it on our stuff. You want to spray it somewhere where it ain't going to matter. Street, rocks, whatever. So what we want to do is get a good fan. So that right there is pretty good, but you can see there's like a middle part. Let's adjust it a little bit and maybe pump it up. Let's see what we got. So I always let's try that. All right, let's try that. A little too much. So watch this, do it. That's too much. Okay, so you want to adjust it just a little. All right, that's pretty good. I'm gonna leave this jug right here. And so Connor, and if you got you another buddy, where's your sign? Because you never have too many buddies. We're just gonna do it anyway. So over here, you're gonna pretend like this is something you're trying to protect over here, okay? So what you're gonna do, yes, and you're just gonna move it around. So Connor, start on one side and just start spraying across. Okay, all right, stop. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a special treat, and we're gonna let this set up a minute, and I'm gonna spray it over the top of it, and I'm gonna show you what it will do, okay? Because I probably wouldn't do this if it was important. Like, this is our shop. We bust the crap out of this concrete, so. But I wanna stop, because I'm gonna show you what it'll look like if you take too much time. You can already see it activating right here. See how it's drying on the edge real good? And then this is pretty wet. I'm gonna show you here now. I think it'll show up here. See how that line looks, and you can see right there, right? So that's not allowing that sealer to get in there, and that's kind of like a little, I don't know. It's just it'll eventually wear off, so don't freak out about it. But it's not allowing it to get in there, and that'll be a little bit different of a shade color. And so you can see it there. See how that works. So what you want to do when you're spraying, hold that. So what you want to do when you're spraying is you got to get moving, right? So when you're coming across, you want to do this, and you don't want to get it too thick. See how that is right there when we stopped, right? You can see that line, but trust me, that line will come out. But watch this. If I keep going, there will not be a line. See how that worked? Right? You can see it right up through there. I guess you can see it in the camera. You got to pump and you got to keep moving, right? So we're going to pretend like we are going to run out of concrete, run out of sealant, right? So Evan, I want you to protect that next slab so I can go make up some more sealant. Okay, so when we get to the one side here, all right, we're going to seal it. See how I went over? If that was on something that's not protected, it's going to get on there. So you just want to spray it on and go. You don't want to spray heavy. You don't want to spray heavy. Okay, now watch this. He's going to protect that. Watch. Now come on back. Yep, just like that. Okay, and I got to make up some more. That's what I'm pretending. I don't need to really. But I'm just showing you how to do this so you can go from block to block. If anything happens, so you gotta get a stopping point. Okay, so there's my stopping point. Okay, so there's my stopping point right there. Okay. All right, and Evan's dripping it right there. This is good lessons. This is why we're learning and teaching this. So you see how that dripped on there? Well, whenever we seal the next seal, those spots are going to show. It will wear off. It's not going to be in there. It's on top because it's just not allowing it to get in there. Okay, so I'm going to keep on rolling here. I'll give it a little pump and I'll go right here. And I know driveways are wider than this. So you know how this is probably half a driveway. So the best way to do it is to get your buddy, or you can go from side to side 16 feet, but you just gotta get the move on, right? And if you want to do it like this, you just get two buddies and get your neighbor, get your wife, get your kids, have them hold signs in between. Say if this was a driveway over here or over there, just protect the other slab so that way whenever you get the next coat on it, it'll be able to penetrate into it. And like I'm doing, oh, he's not spraying enough. No, I'm spraying enough. If I take too much time, it will be too long and I'll have a bunch of wide areas. And I don't want that, so this is gonna be perfect. So like I said, these garden hoses or garden sprayers, they work fine for homeowner applications, smaller jobs. But if you have a big driveway, get a backpack sprayer. That way you can do your whole driveway in one mix. And honestly, the backpack sprayers work great. Like, it's on my back, I'm pumping it right here. The wands are just made better. You can clean it out after every time.
So how many times a year would you seal?
Well, this sealer is good for probably 3 to 5 years. You don't want to, if you do it and you notice that you might need a little more sealer, like you'll see it, this water penetrating. This, when it's done and it rains, you'll see little bubbles beat up. But you see how I just took that long and you can see that white line in there? If you go back over it like every year like that, it's not going to get in there. It's just going to sit on top. So, but this stuff penetrates down. Like, if I can find it in there, I think it's in there. There's a little demonstration thing that we made that shows, but you can see how now this slab's drier now. You can see that white. I mean, that'll go away, it'll be fine, but that's just how fast it sets up, man. So you got to get boogieing. And like I said, it's better to have a little damp slab. Like up there, that's still wet. But you see up there where my puddle was? See up there where the puddle was that didn't get dry all the way? And how it's running? Well, that's eventually going to be a white spot. That's eventually going to be like a white streak. Which, again, is fine because it will go away. It's just wearing off the top. You can go. And I'm going to go ahead and go over the top of the asphalt because it ain't going to hurt nothing on there. Or is not going to hurt nothing on there. Ain't a word and I ain't going to say it, right? That thing. You guys didn't get that in elementary school. So basically, this is the ABCs of this penetrating sealer. Like when you're walking along, you're done, right? Well, make sure you don't accidentally squeeze that handle and spray you a spray out there, because then you're gonna get dots. So this is where I mixed some in the past. You see that white streak right there? That's sealer. See those little dots? That's sealer that I've actually mixed before, and it's in there. I guess I like bumped the sprayer or something, and it sprayed those spots. Well, that's already sealed, and it's not allowing this stuff to get into it. So, which is kind of what it is. Like you see those spots right up there, that's what that is too. So, but that's kind of just the proof that it's working. Like those little spots are sealed because it's not allowing moisture to get back in. So I hope this video helps you, and if we do your driveway, don't be scared to do it. It's easy. All you need is a couple friends, and you know, everybody needs a friend. So I will let you guys go now, and have a great day. Thank you so much for choosing Ortmann Concrete, and enjoy your life.